I've been a booktuber for a little more than a year, and in that time, my romance collection has gone from this, to this, to this, and now this. Today, you are going to be joining me as I finally finish putting my whole library together. We still have this section here, and I have many books to put away. Hi, my name's Bea. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, and finally finish putting my books together. This is going to be an epic video, for me at least, because I've always wanted to have a full set of shelves filled with books that are organized in a way that makes sense, at least to me. So first things first, I'm gonna remove these books that have been waiting to be shelved for months. And then I'm gonna put my shelves up. I'm moving this one because it looks better and it's probably gonna be seen more. So I'm really excited about these, but I'm kind of wondering if my contemporary paranormal and all that is gonna fit on these. I might have to take one of the shelves away to make everything work. We'll see. I'm gonna sort these by type and then I'll just figure out where I wanna put them. So I'm gonna take all these down, there's not that many, and I'm gonna organize them with the books that I need to add for the first time. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna start with paranormal on the very bottom. Here we go, let's sort them. I have all 8 books, this is 7, I have the 8th one on Audible, of the Highlander series by Karen Marie Moning. This is a time travel Highlander romance series. Let's put these in order on the shelves. Book 1, Beyond the Highland Mist. Book 2, To Tame a Highland Warrior. Book 3, The Highlander's Touch. I'm currently missing book 4, Kiss of a Highlander, and I know I have it around here somewhere. Maybe it'll turn up as we go. Moving on. Book 5, The Dark Highlander. Book 6, The Immortal Highlander. Book 7, Spell of a Highlander. I found book 4, Kiss of a Highlander. It looked different, so it confused me. Sticking on that Karen Marie... Yeah. It's gonna happen, folks. Going along on that Karen Marie Moning train, let's hit the Fever series. This one is set in present day, but apparently the world of the Fae is intermingled in our world and there is a battle afoot. It's a romance series, a lot of people love it. I've got quite a few of them, so let's pop those on the shelves. Book 1, Dark Fever. Book 2, Blood Fever. Book 3, Fae Fever. Book 4, Dream Fever. Okay, I've changed my mind. I'm realizing that there is more space here than here, and the way the holes are, you guys who've done bookshelves, you know what I'm talking about. I have a lot of bigger books that are contemporary and fantasy. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move them up. So we're gonna do that real quick. Okay, moving on. Shadow Fever, book 5, with a step back. Book 6, Iced. Don't have book 7, but I have book 8, Feverborn. And my books are going to keep falling as I tell you that I have book 9, Fever Song. And there are 11 books in all, so I need a few more. Now let's talk about the Immortals After Dark series. There are 5 million books in the series. Not really. There are 18 primary works in the series. I have quite a few. Let's see if they fit on this shelf. This series, by the way, is about vampires, fae, and bears oh my. Just about every mythical creature you can think of apparently lives in our world side by side, and they're all battling for dominance. Here's book 3, Wicked Deeds on a Winter's Night. Book 4, Dark Needs at Night's Edge. Book 5, Dark Desires After Dusk. I don't even know how they fell off the shelf. Is it like a paranormal thing? I think this shelf is haunted. Book 6, Kiss of a Demon King. I actually have book 7, Deep Kiss of Winter, but it's a Christmas book, so I'm going to put it somewhere else, and I may change my mind actually and put it here. Book 8, Pleasure of a Dark Prince. Book 9, Demon from the Dark. I really like light and fluffy, so I'm wondering if I'm going to enjoy a book, let's be honest, that's called Demon from the Dark. That doesn't scream, B would love this, but you never know. Book 10, Dreams of a Dark Warrior. I don't have 11, but I have book 12, Shadow's Claim. It looks very different from the rest of them. I guess this is paranormal. I don't really know. Paranormal question mark? We have a woman who travels back in time to be with a Highlander. It looks kind of humorous actually. So I'm putting it here for now. If you have additional thoughts, let me know. They're Highlanders, they're vampires, and are werewolves, and they're written by Hannah Howell and Lindsay Sands. I've got books 1 and 3 of the McNaughton Vampire series. Okay, it fits. Now, I have one more that's kind of, I'm not even sure I'm going to keep this. Immortal Rising by Lindsay Sands. Okay, I'm making a decision. 1, it's not going to fit on this shelf. 2, I DNF'd another Argino novel, and I don't feel like I have to own Argino book number 34. So I'm going to donate this. But look, now I finished a shelf. Oh, the Haunted Shelf. I just realized that I thought I was filming. I've been talking to my phone. So a bunch of this is new that you have not seen. This shelf down here is going to be a whole mixed bag of paranormal, time travel, all of that good stuff. And I'm going to start with the 4-book parallel series. I'm looking at the top of my phone to make sure it's recording this time. This is an incredible epic romance. It's 2 duets. These are intense, incredibly gripping. I don't tend to like this kind of thing, and I was obsessed. They're on Kindle Unlimited, and if you get the bundle on Kindle Unlimited, there is a wedding novella in between books 2 and 3, which is really fun, but you can't buy a physical copy, at least not right now. So the 4 books are parallel. They're so gorgeous. We have to look at them. Book 2, Intersect. Book 3, Across Time. And book 4, Across Eternity. Then I could talk to you about some witch romance. This is book 2 of the Stay a Spell series. It is my absolute favorite with Devraj Kumar. He's my book husband. It's the only one I need. Then this one has gotten so much positive buzz, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I'm definitely going to be reading this October. And then this one, I really need to read Nora Roberts. I haven't yet. This is book 1 of the Cousins O'Dwyer trilogy. I've heard fabulous things. I'm going to hang on to this one for now. Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne. This one probably didn't get that great reviews. It's very different. The sister of Victor Frankenstein makes her own boyfriend out of other people. It was very interesting, and I may not keep it forever, but I found it fascinating. I also have Outlander, Post-Birthday World. This woman blows out her birthday candle, winds up living 2 different timelines. It's like Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow from the 90s. Remember that one? I also have these 2. These are probably more women's fiction. They're also spooky. I'm gonna give these a whirl, but I'm not sure if they're gonna be too dark for me. This one's like a haunted house, and this one is Outlander meets American Gothic. Looks very interesting. Again, we're experimenting with multiple timelines here. She has the chance to either start fresh with someone new, or she gets the chance to go back with her former love who actually died in an accident. Very intriguing. We have a woman who ends up with a guy she meets in a book. He comes out of the book. Very intriguing storyline. I had to grab it. I also have these collector's items from the 90s. These are anthologies written by beloved Avon authors of the time: Stardust, Moonlight Lovers, and Night Magic. They're very difficult to find. I also grabbed a contemporary romance anthology. Trick or treat, it's Halloween. Okay, so that's pretty much what I have for paranormal. Now, I think I'm gonna start sorting my contemporary because most of this is gonna be contemporary. You know these videos are all about awkward camera angles. Well, welcome to one. I have the Friday Harbor series by Lisa Kleypas, with its magical realism in addition to being romance. In an effort to save space, I'm going to put these on the bottom shelf. And speaking of time travel, this is Jane Austen coming to present day, falling in love with someone, but realizing that as she's falling in love with him, the books that she published in her original time are starting to disappear. So I'm going to put this at the bottom shelf as well with the time travel-y type things. Let's see what contemporary romance can fit on my teeniest shelf. I've got the Forever Yours series by Cara Bastone, which I've really been enjoying. Just a Heartbeat Away, which I loved. Can't Help Falling, which is book 2. Flirting with Forever. Set in New York City, full of heart and super spicy, which I would not have expected. Cabin Mate, fake dating. He's sworn off women for 4 months, but this woman he's been pining for asks him to be her date at a wedding. Spoiler alert, plus size gal, famous actor, fall for each other. Looks fun. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I've heard nothing but fabulous things about this. Rosalind Palmer Takes the Cake. A single mom goes on a British baking show and finds love along the way. Unravel Me, a dystopian book. You know what I think? I might just put it on the bottom shelf because I feel like it's giving me those vibes. And this bottom shelf is all kinds of crazy. So let's put it here. I have books 1, 4, and 5 of the 6 that have been published so far. There's a 7th coming out. It's just so life-affirming seeing unconditional love in all of its forms. I love this family and I love the romantic relationships. It's spicy, it's deep, it's humorous, it's heartfelt, it's everything. I love her so much. Book 1, Only When It's Us. I'm gonna put my series together. Book 4, With You Forever. And book 5, Everything for You. By the way, they just came out with new covers. They're gorgeous. I'm probably gonna have to get those too. I'm not sure if Tessa Bailey is for me. She might be, but these 2 summary books look like so much fun. I was going to read them this summer and then I ran out of time. It happened one summer and hook, line, and sinker. These are books 1 and 2 of the Bellinger Sisters series. The Brown Sisters series is also going to fit. I haven't read this yet. There are many people that I know that love this series, so I'm really looking forward to seeing these three sisters find love. Book 1, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Book 2, Take a Hint, Danny Brown. And book 3, Act Your Age, Eve Brown. My Lucy Score books are going to fit. I haven't read her yet either, but I'm really excited to give these a whirl. We've got The Worst Best Man, Forever and Ever, and Maggie Moves On. Julie Soto's book is going to fit. I've got 2 copies, the UK copy and the American copy. I'm going to keep both of them. Okay, I'm not really sure, so let's just move to the next shelf. We're gonna keep going with the contemporary. And I'm gonna go with some of my favorites. I gotta do Abby Jimenez. I love her so much. Book 1 of the Friend Zone series, The Friend Zone. Book 2. This is supposed to be made into a movie. Book 3. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on about all of these. I love them so much. Then we have Part of Your World, which I also have the Steam box cover. For now, I'm gonna keep both of them. Maybe I'll break up the yellow. And then this is the latest book 2 in the Part of Your World series, Yours Truly, which I have signed. Not only by Abby, but by her pooches. Let's do my giant Emily Henry. Beach Read, Book Lovers, The People We Meet on Vacation, and the latest, Happy Place. I'm an Allie Hazelwood addict, and I currently own 2 of her books that I've gotten at used book sales. The first one, The Love Hypothesis, and book 2, Love on the Brain. A fun dose of science, technology, engineering, math, and romance. And hilarity. I laugh so much. Another author I love, Elena Armas. Oh my gosh. Spanish Love Deception, books 1 and 2. Oh, she can do slow burn like none other. Love her so much. Another one of my favorite authors, Christina Lauren. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. Actually, okay, it's 2 ladies, right? Love in Other Words, one of my top books of all time. The Unhoneymooners. A lot of people love this one the most, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. And I just napped this one the other day, Twice in a Blue Moon. I also have 2 books from the Bromance Book Club about men that don't know how to romance their women, so they do book clubs of romance novels in their spare time. The Bromance Book Club, which is book 1, and then I also have Crazy Stupid Bromance. Really looking forward to getting into Helen Huang, and she did the Kiss Quotient. I have books 1 and 3, The Heart Principle, which doesn't fit. Okay, I'm rethinking everything out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my favorite all-time contemporary, although this would go up there too, up on this shelf. Things are gonna move, people. They're gonna move. Maybe I'm just gonna put these up here. They have to be together. Well, now what do we do? I've still got a ton of contemporary. These are contemporary, but they're also sports romance. So let's figure out where we're gonna put these. And I have a Catherine Center that I'm really excited about, which is probably not, nope, that one doesn't fit either. Okay, I'm just gonna put my favorite right here. That's what's gonna happen. First, I've gotta move these. We've got a Court of Thorns and Roses series. Throne of Glass. Ice Planet Barbarians. Flowers that were my wedding. I mean, they're fake, but it's a replica. Here we go. This feels right. Now we can put Catherine Center up here. I might even put her right here. It's so tall, I think it'll look good right here. The one tall in the middle is gonna drive me crazy. I'll probably get a paperback at some point. You know what I'm gonna do too? I really love these Bergman Brother books. I'm gonna move them to right here. Because I can. And Forget Me Not. I got to meet the author. I got these signed. They're very special. Okay. I'm sure things are gonna move around, but I am very happy with this. Okay, that feels really good. Oh! Let's put sports romance right here. The Him, Us duo. Oh my gosh. Hockey romance, MM. Can't recommend it highly enough. Loved it so much. So I fell in love with this hockey romance. This is set in college. Book 1, The Deal. Please tell me this is gonna fit. Book 4, The Goal. Yes! And then this is The Legacy, 4 short stories that follow each of the romances in the 4 books of the series. So this is gonna be really cool. I'm excited that I got this. It would be nice if they all were the same size, but oh well. I have 3 baseball romances, very different story for each of them. This one is based on a Hallmark movie, The Perfect Catch. This one is The Proposal. It looks super cute. This one, it's baseball set at college. He's tasked with keeping her away from Jock Rowe because she's bothering all the other baseball players. And then this is one I just picked up the other day. It is a football romance and it's signed by the author. And now we can put random contemporary romance up on this shelf. Let's start with one near and dear to my heart. My first ever physical ARC advanced reader copy. Loved it so much. Love and Gelato. 8 Perfect Hours. They fall in love in 8 hours in a car during a snowstorm. I've heard great things about this contemporary romance featuring a plus-size heroine. Really excited about that. She's also a fashion designer. It looks really fun. We have a British rock star who I don't think could lower his pants 1 more centimeter. Yikes! And apparently he's gonna fall in love with a woman babysitting his children. And this one is signed too. Grandmother and granddaughter switch places and find happiness. One in the country, one in the city. It looks super cute. This time next year, a couple continues to meet once a year to see what will happen. It looks kind of enemies to lovers and it looks sort of fun. So we'll see. This one looks interesting. We've got a second chance romance. I guess she's a single mom, but now she is re-encountering the man who was her professor when she was a student and they had a thing back then. So we'll see what happens here. I've heard mixed things about this book, but apparently the series is amazing. Oh, and this is a hockey book. Let's put it with the hockey books. There we go. This looked so cute. We've got a rock star who's so awkward and is trying to woo a gal. It looks really cute and funny. The Twisted series by Anna Huang. If it's not too dark, I think I'm really gonna enjoy it, but this is book 2. I want to take my YA romances and put them on this shelf. To All the Boys I Loved Before, actually I'm really excited about this one. This one has 3 fabulous movies and now a spin-off on Netflix. A high school kid and a college kid are forced to work together at weddings all summer and sparks fly. A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. Also, these are 3 books that I love that are movies as well. I also have Ever After, but it's missing. Austen Land. Oh, it's like one of my very favorites. I love this one so much. We'll put it here and it's gonna fall. Chocolat and Down with Love. I love these movies so much. They're great watches when you just need to pick me up. So this is really gonna annoy me. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it over here. That's better. Let's start putting my alien romance and fantasy romance up here. I can't even tell you how excited I am to have all of these together. Finally, it's taken me so long to do this haul and then this shelf reorganization. So Ice Planet Barbarians books 1 through 6. They're on Kindle Unlimited. They're also on AnyPlay. That's how I usually listen to them. But they've all got extra stories and honeymoon novellas and they're just so much fun and they're gorgeous. So here's book 1, Ice Planet Barbarians. Book 2, Barbarian Alien. Book 3, Barbarian Lover. Book 4, Barbarian Mine. Book 5, Barbarian's Prize. And Book 6, Barbarian's Mate. I've got my Court of Thorns and Roses. I haven't read Court of Silver Flames yet, but I really enjoyed the rest of the books in the series. We have Book 1, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Book 2, A Court of Mist and Fury. Book 3, A Court of Winds and Ruin. The novella, A Court of Frost and Starlight. And Book 4, A Court of Silver Flames. You know what I want to feature before I get into the Sarah J. Maas? I want to do Radiance. I love this book so much. It's the first book in the Wraith King series. It's gorgeous. So I'm actually going to put it here. And then the rest of this shelf is almost certainly going to be Sarah J. Maas. I have everything but the last book in the Throne of Glass series. I even have The Assassin's Blade, which is 5 novellas that are set before the first book. I have book 1, Throne of Glass. Book 2, Crown of Midnight. Book 3, Heir of Fire. Book 4, Queen of Shadows. Book 5, Empire of Storms. And book 6, Tower of Dawn. The only one I don't have is book 7, Kingdom of Ash. I could have bought it the other day. It was a hardback and it was like $18 and I almost got it. As I'm looking at this top shelf, I have these 4, which were from a long time ago. They are by Kim Grunenfelder. Keep Calm and Carry a Big Drink. Misery Loves Cabernet. Her first one, A Total Waste of Makeup, which I totally fell in love with. And there's Cake in My Future. I'm gonna put them down here. I've got heavier stuff, Nicholas Sparks, Love in the Time of Cholera, Great Gatsby. That's not even really a romance because it's depressing. Memoirs of Jane Austen. The One Day in December. I guess that's a romance novel. I'm still debating about whether or not to keep that. Ah! Another haunted shelf. Women's fiction. Here's Nora Roberts, J.D. Robb. This is like a thriller. Then we've got Pride and Prejudice. This is just, this shelf is all kinds of a disaster in terms of theme. I've got Lessons in Chemistry, Bonnie Garmis. I really need to look more into that one. But here's the Tea Rose, and now I have the Winter Rose, which can go with it. So that'll be nice. These are big honking books, I'll tell you that. Then I'm gonna take my cozy mysteries that are falling and put them up here. These are Hannah Swenson mysteries. I know these from Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. I really enjoy them. So I'm hoping I like the books. We'll see. We've got Cinnamon Roll Murder. We just take titles, we mix yummy foods and the word murder and call it a day. Devil's Food Cake Murder. Raspberry Danish Murder. Red Velvet Cupcake Murder. Apple Turnover Murder. And Triple Chocolate Cheesecake Murder. There you have it. Okay. Maybe this can. Oh, nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, wait. Oh! How perfect! I think maybe as perfect as this shelf can get. This is amazing. I'm so glad you're with me. I have good news and bad news. The good news is we just finished this side. I mean, look at this. This is so exciting. I mean, let's not look at that one, but look at these. I mean, I am very pleased with how this turned out. The bad news is now we have historical romance to get through. So let's figure that out. This is what I know. I want to take my Julia Quinn. I'm going to push a lot in the back and just display my Rokesbys and my Bridgerton. And then it can share the shelf with all of the millions of Laura Lee Gerkes that I got. So I have 3 of the 4 books in the Girl Bachelor series. Book 1, And Then He Kissed Her. Book 2, The Wicked Ways of a Duke. Book 3, Secret Desires of a Gentleman. But there is another series that goes along with this called Abandoned at the Altar. I have several books in that series, so let's look at it. I'm also referring to my computer as I'm talking to you. Surprise, surprise. I have 2 of the 3 books in the Abandoned at the Altar series, Wedding of the Season, and Book 3, Trouble at the Wedding. And if you want to see these step backs, I just showed them in my book haul, so I'm trying not to repeat myself. I have all 4 of the books of the American Heiress in London series. Book 1, When the Marquis Met His Match. How to Lose a Duke in 10 Days. Catch a Falling Heiress. And No Mistress of Mine. I can tell we're gonna have a problem. Oh boy. I have 3 books from the Guilty series. I don't have the first book, Guilty Pleasures, but I do have His Every Kiss. The Marriage Bed. Let's just look at the back. And She's No Princess. I love it when they have a beautiful back cover. I have 3 more in a series and I'm wondering if they're going to fit. Let's see. I can certainly take out this that I was using to hold the books up. Will they fit? I believe they'll fit. They are gonna fit. Okay, great. There are 4 books in the Dear Lady Truelove series. I have 3. Book 1, The Truth About Love and Dukes. I don't have book 2, The Trouble with True Love, but I do have book 3, Governess Gone Rogue, and book 4, Heiress Gone Wild. I love these titles. Now I actually do have 2 more, but they're standalone and they look awfully dated, I shall say. Breathless and the charade, or the charade. So I'm gonna put these in the back. I'm getting better at being okay about having 2 rows of books. I think you have to if you're gonna be a booktuber. Ta-da! Looking forward to putting my new Julie Garwood, The Secret, with the other Julie Garwoods. Of course, I need to organize these. I know you don't need to hear every single book I put on a shelf, but I'm just finishing up this video, so why not? Back to the floor. Okay, so I just made a hole for my, you gotta see it. Made a hole with my Laura Lee Gerke because I only had 3. Now I have another set of 3 I can put in. Amelie Howard. I already had Always Be My Duchess and The Duke in Question. Now I have one that I'm insanely excited about that everybody's told me is one of the best Beauty and the Beast retellings around, The Beast of Bestwick. So that is going here. Yay! I'm gonna move my Paula Quinn down here because I only have 2 as much as I would love to have more. And now I can put my new Maya Banks, Never Love a Highlander, and In Bed with a Highlander, with the one I just got recently, Never Seduce a Scot. So now they can be all together. I know it's like all the Highlander are together. How funny. With those Hannah Howells. Okay, this shelf is gonna change a lot. I'll have to find a place to put some of these things. I know I can't just have nothing but books. I wanna have knickknacks and different things, and so I'll push some things back sometimes. But in an effort to organize, I now have another Joanna Shoup. I'm so excited that it gets to join several more, 4 more, 5 more. This is book 1 of the Fifth Avenue Rebels series. So I'm gonna put this right in front of book 2, which is The Lady Gets Lucky. I have the first book in the Love by Number series, and it will be joining book 2, 10 Ways to be Adored, when landing a lord. I now have doubled my Christina Britton that I have. I have 4, and I'm so excited. I'm just gonna put it up here with my Kate Bateman. Book 1 of the Isle of Sin series. A good Duke is hard to find. Book 2, Someday My Duke Will Come. Book 3, A Duke Worth Fighting For. And then this is the first one in the spin-off series, the Sinful Spinster series. Some Dukes have all the luck. I was just saying the other day how much this one reminds me of The Governess Game by Tessa Dare. So if you liked that one, I think you'll like this one too. Okay, I'm gonna make another weird decision here. I have 4 Kerrigan Byrne, and the more I think about it, the more I think she might be too dark for me. I'm not getting rid of these. But I might put them in the back row. Not to say she's not amazing, because she is. And I read The Highwayman, and I really did like it, but it was a little dark. I'm gonna put her in the back row, and then that's gonna make room for a little bit of Stacey Reid. I'm gonna move this all down. The Wolf and the Wildflower. It's a different size. It's okay. It's okay. A Matter of Temptation. Everybody's talking about it. And the only other one I could find in my searches, Her Wicked Marquis. I have 2 Vivian Lorette, and I'm gonna put it on my shelf with my other books, for whom I have 2 authors. I also have The Perfect Crimes of Marion Hayes. This one's been getting a lot of buzz lately too. I'm really excited about this one. I'm just gonna put it, because it's an odd size. It's gonna fit up here. I got another Sabrina Jeffries. I will put it with the rest of my Sabrina Jeffries. And we'll organize them by series later. I now have a second Madeline Hunter, and I will just keep them together. Oops. So there's 2 Julia London. Well, these just fit. Okay, now for my next order of business, the epic cherry on top of the sundae. I've been approached a number of times to do promotions on my channel, and I haven't really been excited about it. It hasn't spoken to me. But when ASOKO Lighting reached out to me and asked if I would be willing to promote their product on my channel, I was like, yes, this is perfect. I am super excited about this. So this is motion sensor under cabinet lighting, but you can do so much more than just use it under a cabinet. It actually has a super sensitive motion sensor, and it has a new curved design upgrade. It has 3 color temperature settings and stepless dimming, and the 3 working modes are adjustable. It is USB recharging and energy saving. It's magnetic on the back, so it's renter friendly. You've got 3M adhesive strips on the back that you can stick to the surface that you want it to adhere to, and then the light will just magnetize in place. I decided to test it out in a couple places without sticking it to anything because I wanted to make sure it wound up where I wanted it to be. Sometimes at night, right before bed, I want to read to my daughter, but I don't need a lot of light. I actually have metal in my closet, so I can just stick it like this. That's pretty cool. I want you to see this super sensitive motion sensor that only really works in a dark space, by the way. Okay, get ready. And then if I decide I don't want it to be that bright, perfect for getting ready in the morning. Usually I get up really early in the morning and I want just a little light in my kitchen while I have my first sips of tea. So sometimes at night I have to go through the hallways to check on my kiddos and I don't want a lot of light. We also have a box fan that we use to control noise in the hall. So I can place this on there really quickly just to show you how this works. And I would adhere this to the wall if I knew this is where I wanted it. How about that for helpful? I've got this linked in my description box. Be sure to use my code for 15% off your order. But you know where I really want this? As a booktuber, I want it right here to highlight my books. I think it's gonna add that special something. So now I just need to add the adhesive. Okay, now we're gonna see how cool this is. I'm really excited. Oh, I'm so excited! This just brings it to the next level, doesn't it? Let's see. There's the white. There's the bluish. There's that gold. Oh, how perfect is this? Dimming it down. Or making it brighter. Oh, it's so cool. Well, we did it. We officially finished my shelves. Not only do I have the most awesome collection of books now, which will only grow, let's face it. Now I have super cool lighting that honestly, I can take this off whenever I want. Because this sticks to anything metal, this is gonna be sticking all around my house. I can just take this anywhere. That's so cool. I didn't know I had so many things in my house that were metal, to be honest, until this light. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this whole time. This has been a blast and a half. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're reading, whether it's part of your really super cool, awesome library or not. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.